The first pay-per-view of 2025 is here, and it is an absolute banger. We have 2 title fights, an incredible main card overall, and a bunch of different ways to make money while watching those fights. One of those ways is PrizePicks. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than any of the numbers you see on the screen, you string them together, and you can make a ton of money. It's super fun. It's easy to play, and they'll even give you all sorts of free money. The only thing you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, use promo code WWP, and then after you play your first entry, they'll give you $50. One little measly $5 entry, and then instantly you will have $50 in your account to do whatever you want with. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, promo code WWP. I'm going to give you an entry. You can build out the whole thing. You can build out a part of it. You can make this as wide, as short, or as complicated as you want. You can even mix and match sports. We got football playoffs. We got fights. This is a great weekend for sports. So again, get your free money. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, promo code WWP. Let's go ahead and talk about UFC 311. I'm going to go ahead and build an entry. I got a nice 5-legger. And we're going to start right off the rip with the less on Ailin Perez, 45.5 significant strikes. First of all, that is not a number that she has gotten to very often. If you run through her fight history, she's not exactly a high-volume striker because she is typically looking to grapple. She's all in on the grappling. She's coming forward. She's shooting takedowns. And in this case specifically, if she gets the takedowns, there's going to be a bunch of control time. I don't think she gets to that number. If she does not get the takedowns, well, then she'll be in a little bit of trouble. She'll be outstruck on the feet, getting dotted up, backed up. And I just don't see her getting to this number again. It's not a number she gets to very often. And in fact, I believe she's only done it one single time in the UFC, and that was a wild performance over a 3-year layoff, Ashley Evans Smith. So I don't think Ailin Perez is going to get to this number, which is why we have the less. And I'm actually somewhat confident in that. That's the only significant strike line that I like. If you're looking through here, you might see the Jailton Almeida one at 19.5. That's actually a really tough line, because he has fights where he's landed 3 significant strikes. And then he has fights where he's just taking his time for no reason. It goes a little longer. In this case, it's tricky because he's fighting a good grappler in Sergey Spivak. There's not a doubt in my mind that Jailton Almeida is going to blow right through him. But Sergey's jiu-jitsu defense might be enough to actually stay safe, and this fight could end up going a little longer than we cruise past this. Or he does the Sergey Spivak, the exact same thing he just did to Alexander Romanov. Get a takedown, beat him up a little bit, take his back, and get him out of there. So we're going to leave that alone. The rest of these lines I don't love. So let's head on over to fight minutes. Let's go back to that Jailton Almeida fight, and we're going to do the less than 7.5. That's a 1.5 round. I like the less. I don't think this is going to go deep into the second round. I think we get 5 minutes of a first round, and then if we even get a second round, it's not going to go very, very far. So I like the under 7.5 fight minutes here. I think Jailton Almeida is going to get it done somewhat quickly. Like I said, if Sergey Spivak's got good enough jiu-jitsu defense and, Jailton's got to throw some strikes to loosen him up, he'll get past that 19. The strike line's incredibly low, but I actually think this fight time is pretty high. And then we have another fight minutes that's kind of surprising to me as well. We got Bogdan Guskov, 4.75 fight minutes. We're going the more. Yes, he has a short notice UFC debut in Billy Elikana. And yes, Bogdan Guskov hits like a freight train. The reason I'm going the more is not for the Bogdan side. Billy, if you go watch the regional tape, and that's all we can go off of now, is a genius when it comes to backing up and taking your time. He can slow the pace of a fight. He can stay out of range perfectly. So I actually think Billy is going to be backing up, avoiding a car crash, avoiding the power of Bogdan, and this fight gets through the first round. That's all we need. Just get to the end of the first round and this hits, and I think we can get there. If you disagree with any of these, leave them out. If you're weary, well, good. We have a flex play option we'll touch on when I throw the last one in here. If we go to takedowns, if we're looking at takedowns, we got a couple. We got Clayton Carpenter, 1.5 takedowns. We're going to leave that off the table. I do think he can take down Tagir Ulanbekov. Tagir's a guy that I've said in the past doesn't have great takedown defense, even though his takedown offense is very good. But we got Merab Dvalishvili, 2.5. I think less. I don't think he takes down Umar Nurmagomedov 3 times. I just don't think it happens. Obviously, Merab's got phenomenal cardio and incredible wrestling, and he's been able to take down everybody that isn't Jose Aldo. But I think Umar is as good of a wrestler, if not better. And I don't know if Merab's going to have all that success. He probably will get 1, maybe even 2. 3 seems a bit wide for me. But again, if you disagree, go ahead and leave it out. Then we have Renato Moicano, 1.5 takedowns. I'm going the less there as well. I know a lot of you love Moicano. And let's put it this way. If Moicano gets a takedown, that might be all he needs. 1 single takedown, like what he just did to Benoit Saint-Denis, just maul him on top. That might be the only thing he needs. Taking down Beneil Dariush twice is crazy. The only person who's ever done that is Gamrot. And Gamrot is 10 times the wrestler that Renato Moicano is. And Gamrot got a couple of takedowns, but he missed like 50. So I just think Beneil Dariush, his incredible takedown defense will hold up here. And if it doesn't hold up, I don't know if Moicano's going to even need a second takedown. 1 takedown, we're good. 2 is where we lose. Let's take a look at this entry. I actually already have it built. So we'll go over here to open lineups. Let's expand this. So we got the Aylin Perez, fewer than 45.5 significant strikes. Jalton Almeida, fewer than 7. And I'm saying fewer instead of less because that's proper English. Jalton Almeida, fewer than 7.5 fight minutes. Bogdan Guskov, more than 4.75 fight minutes. Then we have Merab Davishvili, fewer than 2.5 takedowns. And Renato Moicano, fewer than 1.5. This is my entry. With this entry, I have done the flex play. I can get wrong. I can get one wrong and still make money. If I get them all right, I'm 10 timesing my money. And that's with the insurance. You can build this any way you choose. You can mix and match different sports, different lines, and build a perfect entry for you. But get the free money. It's insane not to. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Promo code WWP.